Okay, here we are in Framingham. 16 miles, 42 minutes. Yeah, 42 minutes, 460 watt hours per mile. Let's get plugged in. Okay, I guess it's worth noting that today is Black Friday, busiest shopping day of the year, and it shows. Anyway, I was talking about trips. 42 minutes to cover 16 miles. It was about half a mile of that was just crawling through the traffic on the exit. Okay, whatever. By the time I get going again, things should start calming down a little bit, I hope. Anyway, there we are. Just running straight manual driver, so no FSD report. It's just going to be crazy traffic for an hour or so. What time is it? It's 4:59. Are you kidding? It's only 5 o'clock. The sun's already almost all the way down. Anyway, peace and harmony. It's all good. Okay, guys, welcome to Vernon Center. I have a feeling this is a relatively new one, but anyway, 69 miles, hour, 6 minutes, 340 watt hours per mile. I did do FSD for actually most of this section, and so there was one time where he decided he wanted to move to the middle lane, except, oh, there's a car there. Now, maybe he felt like he had space, but I don't think he really had space for it. So I'll break on FSD off and switch to minimal lane changes. So for the most part, we're doing fine. Yes, I'm at 44%. It was aiming for Brewster, and we're at 14. It dropped to 11, and I start feeling like, well, it's just not going to make Brewster. So let's get hooked back up and bring it back up to level. Let's see, I'm at 124, 128. Wait a minute, what? And Vernon is what? Vernon is, well, it's a version 3. Vern's a version 3, and we're charging at what? We're charging at 125. Although, yes, I am at 46%, so I'm kind of high to be charging much. But anyway, there's where I'm at. Is since we're driving in the dark, it's dark. It's only 6:55 and it's pitch black, dark. Anyway, I didn't want to take a chance on since I don't know where all the superchargers are. I want to take a chance on where it's going to be next one. So I'm stopping here, and that probably means I'll miss Brewster. Brewster is one of the first Magic Dock ones that I saw recorded, but I've seen several Magic Docks, so who cares about that part, right? Anyway, let's see what happens. Currently, my goal is to make it more or less past Granton. I would like to make West Virginia, although I think that may be out of reach, because I think Scranton was like 9 o'clock at night. I don't know, we'll see what happens, right? We'll go from there. Okay, guys, welcome to Belton, New Jersey. Sort of close to where my mother used to live, I guess. I don't know exactly. I think Belton was the mailing address. I'm not sure exactly how close they were to Belton itself. Anyway, distance is 146 miles, 2 hours, 32 minutes, and 290 watt hours per mile. Wow. Okay, let's get some energy in this car. Okay, so while we wait for the charger to give me another 5 minutes, from an FSD perspective, yes, I was running FSD most of the time. Occasionally it was traffic was starting to bug me enough I did not run FSD during those times. So FSD a couple of times insisted that he wants to go to the inside lane. I think the last one, so I started using minimal lane changes to force him to stay in lane. Now, with minimal lane changes, then he's not really, what's the word I want to use? When you use, so like in the one case, we're coming up on an exit and there was a car that was getting out at that exit. And, he was kind of slow getting over, and FSD was kind of slow getting over to the inside lane to go by him. Oh yes, brake on and see off. No. Let's not wait to get in an accident. FSD off. Let's get around. Let's get to the inside lane, get around these cars. Okay. In another case, he was insisting like, oh, I have to go into the inside lane. I think it was to follow a route. But our exit's going to be to the right. So why do you need to be in the left lane? There's no reason for it. Okay, again, brake on, FSD off. Just don't trust it. So while I was in Connecticut, I was about to get out in an exit. So by the paint lines, there's no room for anybody else to be in front of me if they weren't already in front of me. So as we're coming up to, as we're about to enter the narrow part of the asphalt, and that is, there was concrete on either side. As we're about to go into that section, FSD suddenly braked, and this Ford Expedition is flying up kind of on our left. He's acting like, oh, I missed my exit. Well, FSD's like, oh, we better brake and make sure that he gets in front of us. Why? I don't know. Why did he feel that way about it? I have no idea. Okay. And since I've already done a brake on FSD off because FSD's freaking out, the Expedition now has room to continue on in front of us. So congratulations to him. Well, guess what doofus does next? He pulls over and stops. Like as if, oh wait, that's the wrong exit. Well, too late, you're already here. Huh. You know? But in some ways, this is the introduction for you guys to how people drive up here in the Northeast. It's stupid. It's nuts. I mean, some people are going 20, 30 miles an hour over the speed limit. I mean, we're in a 55 zone at this time. And make lane changes at the last second. Oh, and what I really hate is if you're going the speed limit, what they do is they come up and then they move over right in front of you. Now, they may be giving you 10 feet, but why? You could easily made a smooth transition over with 20 feet. Been far safer. Okay, whatever. Peace and harmony. It's been interesting. FSD, except for that California Road Rager mode, where he wants to be on the inside lane, even if it's not the safest place, even if it's not the fastest lane. The lane in front of you in the outside lane could be completely open, and he'll insist on moving over, even if it means he'll go slower. I don't know, whatever, peace and harmony, it's FSD. But since it's nighttime, it's Black Friday, now that I'm out of the Boston area, there's relatively little traffic. It's also late. I mean, it's 10 o'clock at night now. So it's doing okay. All right, onward, upward, time to move on. All right, I just found a rest stop. on the side of 78. Except, Jesus, a lot of trucks. Anyway, 48 miles, 48 minutes, 305 watt hours per mile. From an FSD perspective, wow, boy, he really fought me on the getting out the slow moving lane. I mean, it's a matter of life or death for him. Anyway, after a while I said, well, wait a minute. Oh, maybe, did he turn off minimal lane changes? And he sure enough did turn it off. Okay. So turn that back on. Got that taken care of. Except then it was like, oh, there. See, he does it so often when it's actually needed. I'm automatically turning it off, and actually I should be leaving it on. Anyway, peace and harmony. It's all good. Let's see. It's 11:03. Let's see what happens. Nope. New Jersey doesn't know the difference between a parking area and a rest area. Rest area has facilities, parking area doesn't. Okay, moving on. Hey guys, welcome to Hamburg and a Wawa. 57 miles, 1 hour, 331 watt hours per mile. I guess I already said it, but New Jersey's idea of rest stop is not a rest stop. So I'm here. At the moment, what I'm debating is, I think I should probably stop for the night. And there's some parking space there at Wawa, so that sounds like a good solution. So I'm probably gonna go that way. So it's time to summarize the trip back home, or the trip from basically Boston to Austin, right? Or from my daughter's house to my house. All right, so day one, November 24th, 2023, if you're listening in the future, right? 310 miles. The total travel time, or time from start to finish, 8 hours, 21 minutes. Total charge, 146 kilowatt hours. Total cost for that charge, $55.45. And the time on those charges, 1 hour, 50 minutes. And there were 4 stops. The one stop looks kind of small, but I don't know, where was that? But anyway, there it is. There's that part of the trip. With this being Black Friday, at first I wasn't worried about going into any place where there was a mall. The first stop was at what they call a Shop World or something. So yes, it was part of a shopping plaza, and yes, it was busy. Oh my goodness. But I mean, I have a later video on that. But anyway, there it is. So I basically went from Belton, Massachusetts out to Hamburg, Pennsylvania. And from there on, it starts getting a lot easier. But I mean, traffic-wise. Actually, once I got past, how did I go through? I tried going out I-84, but for some reason that got kind of messed up. But I still ended up in Belton, New Jersey, which is northwest New Jersey from my perspective. And from there, it was relatively non-eventful. Anyway, there you go. That's the summary for day one.